Hi, welcome to Wellness. I am your host, Linda Lonergan, Senior Clinical Nutritionist, here to show you the very best your community has to offer in health, fitness, nutrition, well-being, and events. I'm here today joined by an amazing man, John Caruso. When you think of John Caruso, you think of wrestling. And he's here today to talk about his amazing son. John?
Yes, thank you, Linda, for inviting me today. This is great because we really look forward to getting as much advertising in our tournament. What I basically running right now is the Mahopac, the Peter Caruso Mahopac tournament, which is the end of January, and we've sponsored 22 scholarships since his passing. Peter was an outstanding wrestler for Mahopac High School and went on to college, had success. When he was in high school, he led Mahopac, by example, to 3 sectional championships in a row, and that's unheard of in Section 1 wrestling type of thing. So, unfortunately, we lost Peter. Before his senior year, he was killed in an automobile accident off of Mahopac, in the Mahopac High School type of thing. So, what we're doing, is coming here today is to develop a plan to continue to offer scholarships for other different athletes type of thing. We do a fundraiser at a local restaurant, and we use different companies to help us, support us with gift baskets and things like that. We also have sell shirts at the tournament. Based on those 2 items, we were able to collect money to give for scholarships for primarily Mahopac wrestling. And by the way, since we've started this scholarships, it's expanded to the Booster Club, a lot of different groups, and we now have a Mahopac alumni group from the 1980s that have already given out $1,500 in scholarships for this coming June. So we're really excited because it's expanding
wonderful.
Type of thing. So
that's wonderful.
Through Pete's example, and
that is wonderful, absolutely wonderful. And you've been in wrestling for a long time, somewhere coordinated, right?
Yeah, I wrestled in high school, Portchester High School. I played football. Basically with my children, I never try to push them. Primarily it's up to them type of thing. My son Peter actually wanted to be Michael Jordan. He didn't want to be Dan Gable. So, but he decided when he was in 5th grade that he would sign up for the Mahopac wrestling. And once he started going to the matches and he saw how the wrestlers were involved in talking and building him up, type of thing, asking him what he's doing to get better and what have you. He says, "Dad, this is where I want to be." And I agreed with him. So I was involved and helped coaching the youth program. Once he started, Mahopac had won 6 championships in 7 years. 3 of them, of course, the last 3 years with Peter on the varsity type of thing. So it's been very, very exciting. Nice. It's a very exciting thing to see the athletes. So we've been down a little bit, but this year Mahopac has been, really, really doing very, very well this year type of thing. So we're looking forward to an outstanding season type of thing. Yeah. It culminates, the last tournament is before the championship, and what we do is we've got together a total of 15 to 18 teams. That makes it one of the largest sporting events at Mahopac High School. Wow. And the retention rate is at 80 to 90%, so the teams want to come back. The reason why they want to come back is we have teams from up in Albany, we had teams from Jersey, Connecticut, Long Island, all over, in Orange County. So this gives the teams before the championships a chance to be able to compete with teams that I'm not used to competing with, and then the following week is the championship type of thing.
That's great, John. You put a lot of work into it, and your wife, Mary Jane, and it shows. And I can't wait to go. I can't wait to be part of it because I see how much effort you've put into this.
Thank you.
How many teams are going to be part of it?
This year, I think we cut back because we have to give some rest time to the officials. because it's the last weekend before the championship, we only make it one day. So when you have 18 teams in one day, it really, you come out of there kind of late at night. The championship, the finals are usually sometime around 7 to 8 o'clock, and they get over about 9 o'clock. And like I says, but we have teams as far away as Syracuse actually came, and we, so that's like 6 hours, and they stayed overnight, this type of thing. So we also had an alumni. He's over in Delaware, and we're working on him because he wants to come, but he has to get the okay for, the high school. It's everything is like, you have to get the okays from the high school type of thing, and he really wants to come because he was one of Pete's teammates. One great thing about the tournament as well is that the teams are coached now by Pete's friends, and and sometimes the enemy, the kids that he competed against.
Right.
They want to be a part of this situation. They want to come back, and and I've been talking to a number of other alumni from Arlington and Fox Lane and some of these other schools, and they really want to come back, and then some of them want to come and bring a team type of thing,
Yeah.
But the problem is, it's a very tough, aggressive tournament, and your team has to be ready to go because it's sort of like, it's not probably the best tournament in the Northeast, but for what the teams that come here for and the amount of wrestlers, there's always going to be a certain amount of really good teams. And I think the nice thing about it was we've had over the last couple of years, we had like 2 or 3 state runner-up champions, and then most of them going on to college, and they wrestle in college type of thing, and and the competition is really intense.
Well, it's well known. If you know Mahopac, you know that it comes up. And you said you have 18 teams, and what time? It starts what time and ends what time?
Well, we go to the Crow Cocks, and then throughout the day, type of thing. So, and like I says, my time is, thank God, now I've gotten a feel for the tournament now, so I'm able to go out and walk around and talk to the different coaches and what have you.
Right.
We have different people in the media. We have Channel 12 come and interview because they don't really do too much with wrestling.
Right.
So so when I call them, they're happy to come because I don't know why, but they don't. The high schools don't seem to want to promote wrestling. And I don't see why not, because these athletes are they're involved with a very, very tough sport, but they also have to cut weight.
Right.
So with you,
As
with being a nutritionist,
yeah.
I mean, these kids, I mean, like I said, I mean, they discourage the kids from cutting a lot of weight.
Right.
They have safety features,
Right.
That prevent them from cutting too much weight type of thing. But they're only allowed to wrestle in a certain weight classes.
Right.
But they have to do it every week,
Sure.
every match,
Sure.
type of thing. And
Sure.
and if you don't have a certain amount of matches at that weight, the Section 1 says, well, bump up to the next weight class. So they have to worry about cutting weight all the time.
And it's very pertinent. I know as a nutritionist, as an RD for 21 years, I've worked with kids of all ages, with all sports, in intervening to create diets for them or helping them either gain weight or lose weight.
Yeah.
And it's vital and essential. And one thing about this tournament is that the amount of effort you put into it, that I hear how it runs so smoothly, that it starts at 1 o'clock?
No. This is like early in the morning.
Early in the morning, and it goes to what time at night?
About like finals are usually around 6 o'clock.
That's
like I said, we
fantastic.
never know how it's going to end up type of thing.
Sure.
Because we also give opportunity for wrestlers that have lost to wrestle back. So they're always wrestling back for a place on the podium. We give medals out to first place all the way down to 6th.
Nice.
And then the winners of the tournament and the weight classes, we have our shirts similar
Right
to
here.
this in the back, and we put champion in the back.
Sure.
And each weight class. So in wrestling, there's 15 weight classes. So
Okay.
we give out
I learned
free of
something
charge,
today. Okay.
free of charge, 15 shirts to the champions, because what I wanted to do is I want to show the other people involved, because it's like I said, sometimes it's the best kept secret type of thing. you get an idea of what goes on
Right.
at this tournament type of thing.
Right.
And not many people know about it because,
Right.
you know, we're up kind of high. You know,
Right.
we don't have the local Westchester. They don't do too much publicity down here. So, you know, because we're, you know, half our kids are from other sections, they don't like to promote those kids type of thing.
Yeah.
So, but
Yeah.
so I have the shirts. They're
That's
they're
wonderful.
proud to display them at
Sure.
these tournaments because it has champion on the back.
Yeah.
So they, you know, when they go to the next tournament, they sort of like brag a little
Sure.
bit, you know, that they
So
won the tournament.
Do I get to have that one?
Yeah. If you can fit an extra large, you know.
Yeah, I think I'm fit in extra large.
No, we'll get you one that says 2018.
I've met you in my grief support group that meets
Yeah.
at Sarah's House of Health the first Tuesday of the month, every month. And you are such a phenomenal help, supporter, encourager, facilitator, and shared so much. And I know you have a favorite poem. Did you want to share?
Yeah, I like to do this. I have a relationship with the Hall of Fame site in the University of Alabama, and they have supported me, you know, incredibly. Bear Bryant Museum, one of the top college football coaches of all time, and it's a beautiful poem. And I read at the tournaments, at the when we give the scholarship. It's called A New Day. And basically, this is the beginning of a new day. God has given me this day to use as I will. I can waste it or use it for good. What I do today is important because I am exchanging a day of my life for it. When tomorrow comes, this day will be gone forever, leaving something in its place that I have traded for it. I want it to be gain, not loss, good, not evil, success, not failure, in order that I shall not forget the price I paid for it. This is Dr. Harstill Wilson. Bear Bryant had this poem written in his back pocket the day he passed. So what the University of Alabama has done is they promote this poem, and it's something it's incredible because this is something that is used for people that have lost children, that have gone through the great sadness of other different things. Sickness, and I mean anything type of thing. You can read this, and it gives you encouragement that there's a different day coming, and a new day will be there for you.
And I think it's great. I read it every day. Thank you so much for being here, John.
Thank you very much.
I wish
for
you
having
the
me.
very, very best.
Yeah.
And you said it's January 26th.
Yeah, January 26th
Right.
at Mahopac High School.
Right.
Come early. We'll be there all day. You know, we're open for business all day long. So. We have the Booster Club. We have a lot of food, and you know, being Mahopac, I'm sure they'll have a pretty good Italian food there. You know, so
I'm sure it'll be a great event, and I'll be there.
Okay, thank you.
My pleasure. Thank you so much. When you eat well and feel well, it's something you want to do for the rest of your life. Have a great night. Thank you for joining me.